It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. And the Indianapolis Colts. All that and more coming up next.
Just a few blocks down the street from the state capitol in Indiana, it's Lucas Oil Stadium, downtown Indianapolis, the home of the Colts. So good to have you on board with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, in this league, you know it, you lived it. Undergoing a changing of the guard at the quarterback position sometimes can be traumatic, but a lot of times it leads to hope. We've got a couple of teams here with young signal callers looking towards the future.
And you know the old saying, Mike, in the NFL, it is truer than ever. If you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And here we have two teams that feel like they have that quarterback position of the future settled. There's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some moments where that youth rears its head. But over the long term, both these organizations feel like they have an answer at the most critical position in all of sports.
Here's the veteran Will Lutz to get us going. Off we go from downtown Indianapolis. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. Led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida, it's Anthony Richardson.
Mike, when you look around the league, there's just not a lot of quarterbacks that look and can play to the style of Anthony Richardson. He can make every throw on the field. He's big. He can run for power, run with speed. As he continues to iron out some of those flaws from coming out of college, he lost his rookie season to injury. Here in year two, I wouldn't be shocked by year end if he's a household name.
Off he goes. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
On the ground for the first time, here comes Jonathan Taylor. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Dre Greenlaw in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. He'll take a deep shot for downs. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Trying to stretch the field vertically. They're trying to put as many receivers into the coverage deep as possible. But you know what you need? You need time. You need to allow those guys to get downfield. But when you have a pass rush like this, they don't let that time unfold, and that pocket collapsed and results in a sack.
So, on 4th down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. The Broncos have Marvin Mims out for the return. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Jaleel McLaughlin. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And 3rd down coming up. Off the play fake, here's Nix. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to complete one of those.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Colts offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Richardson. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
So often we see when those balls get deflected up into the air, they usually turn into interceptions. I think the offense dodged a bullet here, and they're fortunate there was nobody in the area to come down with that pick.
Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now it's Richardson. He'll keep it, and nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. From the gun, Richardson. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. Third and long. Richardson to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Dre Greenlaw.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, the Missions are headed off the field to celebrate.
The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll start with a short field looking for the first points of this contest, and they'll begin 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. On the ground, McLaughlin. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Third down, 3 to go. Working out of the gun, it's Hicks. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
The Broncos bringing out their punter. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Colts offense ready to see what they can do. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Richardson will give it to Taylor. And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. D.J. Jones, the big defensive tackle, with the stop. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Here's Richardson. Open man, right side. He's got it. 10 yards on the hook up there. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. To throw, it's Richardson. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. A 2nd down throw for Richardson. Quick throw, taken in, And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. And he will convert. Good job there. Drive continues at the 48. Looking to throw. Richardson. To the left side and taken in by Downs. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. On 2nd and 2. Here's Richardson. Going to keep this himself. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back, or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case, they choose the running back, and the quarterback makes them pay by picking up the first down.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Throwing is Richardson. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So as this nice drive continues, Mike, they find themselves 1st and goal. Offensively, anytime you maintain possession for this long, you have to come away with a touchdown. It feels to me you settle for a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal. From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Here's Taylor. Good blocking, and he's in. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indy. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Point after, coming up here. The kick is good. And the Colts will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. Cameron Bynum up from the secondary to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing. Nix. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Here's Nix to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
So often, the only way to combat the perfect blitz call is to beat the blitz with the ball. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. He's able to find his open man and get the ball out of his hand because he holds onto that ball for 1 count longer. And most likely was going to result in a sack. Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
3rd and 9. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Well, that's 2 straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup, and right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch, because right now these downfield passes, the defense is all over them.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense ready to take over once again. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
We talk so much about starting fast and then trying to sustain that throughout the course of the game. That's exactly what they're doing here. They've got the early lead, but they're not content to just sit on the ball. They're looking to extend it. Nice start here to this drive. Once they cross midfield, then it goes into go mode. You're trying to come away with points every single time you have the ball. It's a good way to start this game here in the first quarter.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll give this one to Taylor, running right. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Colts out to the early lead. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. 2nd and 7. Richardson gonna look to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Throwing, Richardson. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Here's Rigoberto Sanchez now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The Broncos offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession, and they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Second down, Nix. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. This one complete to Bryant. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Here's a guy, Mike, who just refuses to go down. You love to see the old school kind of stiff arm. Get off me. Ability to break these tackles and still pick up big yards.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. A run now with McLaughlin. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
And the running back's going to get all the stats and all the glory, but make no mistake about it, Mike, that was a great team effort on that run play. Everyone executing their blocking assignments to perfection. He's able to pick up a nice gain and fresh set of downs.
Nix now on 1st and 10. And that one incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A run here. It's McLaughlin. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
The best running backs, Mike, they have a really good balance between executing the play that's designed, but then every so often they just have to trust their instincts, and sometimes that's the best plays. That's where the big home run shots come from, and when you have a talented back, you want to give them that freedom.
And he will have a Broncos first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll turn and hand this one off. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll run. This is McLaughlin. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
So you find yourself in 2nd and long. What you're thinking here as the play caller is just get this into a manageable 3rd down situation. But after that rush attempt and that big gain, they now find themselves in 3rd and short, which makes it nice. They can run or pass.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he will have a Broncos first down. He has it by plenty as they keep the drive alive here on 3rd and inches. On the toss, they'll run. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed. Tracked down behind the line.
That was just a race to the edge, and in this case, Mike, he just wasn't the winner. I mean, at this point, when the defense is out there waiting for you, it's tough for any runner in this league to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Here's the toss as they look to run. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
The truth is, Mike, they just aren't getting the push they need up front. This defense has been a motivated group these last couple plays, and now for the 2nd straight time, they failed to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Back to throw is Nix. Out quickly there to Sutton. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first, so it'll bring up 4th down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch and they can't get out in front.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. Anthony Gould now to return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Off the zone read, this is Richardson. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
2nd and a yard. Now it's Richardson. He'll keep it, and that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
The Broncos offense and Jaleel McLaughlin head back onto the field. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. They send Sutton in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. They face 2nd down and 7. Play action now. It's Nix. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Pretty clear coming into this game that this offense felt that they had a distinct advantage running the ball. It was a matchup that they thought all week went in their favor, and so far the results indicate that they were spot on.
And that is no good. He missed it, and they are not able to draw closer.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
The Colts offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. A hit, and he has lost the football. The Broncos have it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
On the ground, McLaughlin. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a give on the ground. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss. 3rd and 5. Now Nick's going to look to throw. That's caught left side by Ingram. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
Mike, I don't really even think this is much of a conversation. On the plus side of the 50, I think you've got to keep your offense on the field, stay aggressive, and try to maintain possession. You get field position like this, you want to make sure this drive ends with some sort of points.
Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line, so work to do starting with this 1st and 10. From the gun, Richardson. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Watch the pursuit by this defensive end. The quarterback tries to escape the pocket, but he just keeps on chasing him, and he closes that ground in a hurry and brings him down for a big sack.
"7-3 is the score, with 2 minutes to play in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis after this. Richardson will give it to Taylor. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
Nice combination, patience, and speed by the running back here. The vision to see the hole, the patience to let the blocks unfold, and then the speed to hit it and pick up a nice gain.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. Here's Richardson. Open man is Parker. He's got him. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. So, a couple of first downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. A 2nd down throw for Richardson. That's caught inside by Pittman on the slant. Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. Again, they target Pittman. He's got another catch. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Richardson operating from the pistol. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The Colts now going to send out their field goal unit. This will be a 46-yard attempt. Good snap, good hold, good kick. So we have reached halftime with these two teams separated by a touchdown. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. We saw former rushing champ Jonathan Taylor be a big-time factor in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half, about to get started. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Broncos offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. They send Sutton in motion. Look to hit him with the jet sweep here to begin this drive. And this defense having nothing of that. They get him down behind the line.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He'll try to run for it. They get the 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
There was a lot of questions surrounding this quarterback about whether his style of play from college would transfer to the NFL game. Well, his ability to create with his legs certainly has here today. We see it with his ability to escape pressure out of the pocket, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 16-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. And even 30 yards.
I've always gone by the philosophy, Mike, that the pass sets up the run. And in these last 2 plays, that's exactly what happened. You hit them with the big pass, they adjust. You soften them up a little bit, you take advantage for the big gain on the ground.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Throwing is Nix. He finds his tight end, Ingram. Now, a second down throw for Nix. He pulls it in around the 5. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
Everyone always assumes that you only want to run drag routes or crossing routes just underneath like mesh concepts against man coverage, but so often they're equally as effective against the zone. All it takes is one of...
A dive, and he's in! Touchdown, Denver! Will Lutz now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Broncos will tie things up. It's now 10-10. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Here's Gould on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The home team's offense, and Anthony Richardson getting ready for their next drive. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Throwing is Richardson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On play action, Richardson. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, Richardson. Quick throw here is complete. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. Second down and 3. Off the play fake, it's Richardson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Third down, 3 to go. To throw, it's Richardson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. He's tackled there by Kwity Paye. Here's a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Nix. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. Nix from the gun on third down. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
You could tell pretty quickly that when this quarterback decided to pull it down himself, Mike, he knew exactly where that first down marker was. That's a great effort. He didn't get it by much, but it's a good spot, and it gets him the first down.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
Couple of first downs has them out to the 45-yard line as it's 1st and 10. A run now with McLaughlin. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. Davis heading in motion. They run on the jet sweep, and he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
This is just another creative wrinkle that they can add to their offense to help move the chains. They don't do a ton of sweeps throughout the course of the game, but they do just enough here and there to keep the defense guessing.
A run here, it's McLaughlin. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll throw. It's Nix. Open man is Davis. The first-round pick looking right at home in this offense. It's a first down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space. Because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's 1st and goal.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, two things need to happen. One, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Lutz for the extra point. He's got it. And the Broncos go up by 7. It is now 17-10. So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. Here's Gould on the return. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Let's go back and scroll through some of their drives. One theme, Greg, gonna keep emerging throughout. Too many turnovers.
Yeah, I think it's been a combination of just carelessness, right? Some sloppy play offensively that has caused some of them. But also, let's give some credit to the defense. I think in a lot of the cases, they're also forcing these takeaways, punching the ball out, going up for interceptions. They've been in the right place at the right time. So, combination of really good defense at times, and at times, really bad offense.
On first down, they'll start with Taylor. And not much materializes there. He'll get this to the 35. Here's a 2nd and 9. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? Here's Richardson. Going to keep this himself. And he'll be near a first down, but he's going to come up about a yard short.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. And I don't know, I think he is short. They are. They're going to mark him short, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
The Colts about set to punt, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. And he'll get forward for a couple. Latu, there to bring him down. Second down and 8. They'll run. This is McLaughlin. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23. Here now, 3rd and 5. Throwing, Nix to the right side. He's got Ingram, the tight end. He's going to have that 1st down, gain of 6 as they convert on 3rd down.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And some space opens as he's following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second down, Nix. This one complete to Bryant. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Two first downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Handoff here, up the middle. Finding space inside the 40. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Wow, I mean, he's going to be disappointed he wasn't able to take that all the way, but that's still a heck of a run. In the end, after a good tackle to save the touchdown, they're still going to be set up with 1st and goal.
An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. And now movement up front. This crowd is making it tough down deep in the red zone. Now it is 1st and goal. They send Sutton in motion. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Denver. Here's Lutz now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Broncos move out to a 24-10 lead. So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. Here's Gould on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Colts offense getting set to get back to work. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
On 2nd down, Richardson. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Here's Richardson. And that is incomplete.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
Fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. His drive will start on the ground, and he'll get this past the 25, out to the 27, a pickup of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Back to throw is Nix. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. To throw is Nix. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. They'll send a tight end in motion. They'll run with the former Golden Domer, Audric Estime. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. On 2nd down, it's Nix. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete.
Nice play there by the defender, able to get his hand up on that ball and break up the pass. And frankly, if he's able to come down with that catch, he'd be playing offense.
3rd and 5. Here's Nix to throw. Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the first down. They'll go play action with Nix. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Nick's going to look to throw. There's a short one taken by Ingram. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He's going to look for the home run ball.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Colts offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Open man is Parker. He's got him. And he's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Second and a yard. Richardson operating from the pistol. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. That one into the hands of Downs. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. From the gun, Richardson. Trying the left side and caught by Pittman. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Desperation time now setting here in the 4th quarter. This is where the urgency of your 2-minute offense is so critical. How many plays can you run and how fast can you run them? Because one score is not going to do it. You're going to have to score and get the ball back and end up going down and punching it in again.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Richardson. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
You can tell the quarterback has built a lot of confidence in his ability to make plays today with his feet. The defense has had a hard time keeping him in check, and this time, much better job in pursuit. Even though he was able to get outside the pocket, they were able to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Richardson. And that is incomplete. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Here's Richardson. He'll look deep for Pittman. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on downs. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Throwing is Nix. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. This one to the tight end, Troutman. Here comes 3rd and 6. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. So now, following the penalty, they're only going to need a yard. It is 3rd and 1. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And he will have a Broncos 1st down. They're able to convert on 3rd and short, picking up 4. They'll stay on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Throwing, Nix. That caught by Davis. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Play action now. It's Nix. He'll find his tight end. That's Troutman. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead. They're continuing to put pressure on the defense and say, hey, I don't care how much we're up by. We're going to continue to execute our passing game, and if there's opportunities downfield, we're going to continue to take them.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. the middle they go. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And the Broncos are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. Here's a run. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Jaleel McLaughlin. Touchdown, Broncos. Lutz for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Broncos will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. Here's Gould on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Colts offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing, Richardson.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure is good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Richardson gonna look to throw. And that's gonna be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Richardson to throw. Looking middle, and he's got downs. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Now Richardson. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Throwing is Richardson. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
And he's going to have a Colts 1st down. They'll get the conversion. It's a gain of 14.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for 4th down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
The Colts will signal for their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Richardson. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Richardson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, it's Richardson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. The offense staying out there for this 4th down. Now Richardson. That's going to be caught. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it is a win for the visiting Broncos. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the 2nd half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.